Good afternoon, family. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. Amen. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks, woo, for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks, woo, for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks, woo, for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. I woke up in the middle of the night and here's what I was singing. Peace gives me everything I need. Here we go. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. 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 Yes, I knew I could count on you for that. I knew I could count on you. There you are. I am grateful, grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make, and I give thanks for all the many ways that the love of God appears. I am grateful, grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make, and I give thanks for all the many ways that the love of God appears. I am grateful, grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make, and I give thanks for, yes, all the many ways that the love of God appears. I am grateful, grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make, and I give thanks for all the many ways that the love of God appears. Yes, the love of God is here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Feels good to be together.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. My name is Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the Associate Minister and your speaker for today. Happy Mother's Day, Happy Parents' Day, Happy Divine Feminine Day. If you're viewing on FaceTube and YouTube and Facebook Live, please like and share our broadcast so we can continue to spread the good news of New Thought out in the world. Just put in the chat where you're viewing from so we can see how far this message has spread. All right, today we'll be talking about the greatness within, and I've got a special talk for you today that was inspired by a dear friend of mine. So I want to thank that person from the bottom of my heart, because it's not often that I listen to people when they tell me, you should talk about this. But this time it resonated so much that I'm so willing to share it with you. If you're joining us for the first time, please to remember to see a welcome ambassador in the lobby after service for a gift, especially for you. And also remember there will be practitioners available for prayer after service. All right, we're going to go and do our monthly affirmation. I'm going to read it through, and then I'm going to invite you to say it with me. All right. I stand before the greatness of the universe, humbled before the majesty and awe of all creation. Then I remember I am one with this great power. Therefore I stand in awe of the greatness within me and make room for its authentic expression in my life. All right, let's say that all together, shall we? I stand before the greatness of the universe, humbled before the majesty and awe of all creation. Then I remember I am one with this great power. Therefore I stand in awe of the greatness within me and make room for its authentic expression in my life. And so it is. All right, please welcome for announcements, Jamel Morris.
Hello, SLCA family. Hello, I am Jamel Morris. I serve on this creative arts team here at SLCA. We have so many great opportunities to connect, grow, serve, give at SLCA. And for more information about today's announcements and other opportunities, please scan the QR code found on the monitors. Have you pre-ordered Reverend Dr. David Alexander's new book, Attained by All? Have you? Well, if not, scan the QR code on the screen to get your copy, as this will be the focus of our book club beginning in June, in a few weeks. So please scan. We are also super excited to explore Attained by All together. So what that means is signing up today to be a part of this nationwide book club that will kick off on June the 6th, both in person here at the center and online. Talk to our team to find out how you can host or join a small group. We need all of you involved. Also, if I can I have Susan Zoller please step up to share something with us all today?
How many of you have something in your life that you really would like to change? You'd like it to shift. You've been using these principles and it doesn't seem like anything's happening and you're wondering where you went wrong. Has anyone ever felt that way? Okay. I have something for you that is a gift from me to you. It is a very, very inexpensive workshop that I've spent years learning. It's called From Fear to Faith. And it talks about when we get in that place fearful, no matter if we realize it or not, that there is something within us that knows. But then you say, well, I don't know if it's within me. I can't find it. I can show you how. Everyone wants something more in their life. Even a millionaire wants more. That's our creative urge. If you want more in your life, come to this workshop next Saturday from 10 to 2. It's here at the church. I'm sure we'll get more information out to you. You don't have to be in person if that's a challenge for you. It can be online. But I will tell you, if you'd like your life to change, come to it. Come to it and find out, and you get tools to walk away with that you can use to continue your work. I speak to you from experience. When I came here, I was angry, I was blaming, I was frustrated. And this teaching has changed my life. I speak this from my heart, and I'm willing to share it with you. And by the way, no one will be turned away for financial reasons. Not one person. I promise you that. Please join me.
Give thanks. Awesome. Are you curious about certain spiritual practices or content or content, but have few opportunities to discuss it with like-minded people? Next Sunday, during our 5 o'clock hour, we will continue a monthly discussion group exploring topics that may be hard to discuss with friends and family. SLCA practitioner Tony Jenkins is ready to answer any question. Join us. Let's talk. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to visiting you after service in the social hall for food and fellowship. You belong. Thank you.
Please welcome to the platform Maria Risotto. She's going to sing beautiful music and inspire us. Hey, Maria, good afternoon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is actually a collaboration, so I hope you're ready, because everybody's going to sing with me, okay? Because it feels good to sing, yes? That's your part right there. You'll see. Okay. May you breathe easy. May your heart be light. May you open your life to each joy, each delight. May you walk with assurance that your way is blessed. May you dwell in the spirit of yes. Yes, 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 yes. May you know your beauty through your loved one's eyes. May you face every change with a tasteful surprise. May you welcome a stranger as a treasured guest. May you dwell in the spirit of yes. Yes. Sing it with me. Yes. May we hold all who suffer with loving care. May our being together ease the loads that we bear. May we take up the habit of happiness. May we dwell in the spirit of yes. Oh,
DeSoto.
Y'all sounded great.
As we prepare for affirmative prayer, I'd like to invite Reverend Susan up. Join me. Just take a deep breath. Perfect time to pause. Exhale. Open your mind. Unfold your heart. Relax your senses. Feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath. Release your cringe. Love without waiting. Slowly unhinge. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound.
And this is what I know. I know that I am, just as everyone is within the sound of my voice and beyond, a creature, a creation of the Most High, the divine, that which we call God or Spirit, or by whatever name a culture calls the greatness of all that is. And I stand here today recognizing my humanity. At the same time, I acknowledge and claim my divinity. And on this day of days, I look at my whole self, the shadows, the light, the great days, the blah days, whatever. And I know that there is a great duality in this universe that is still part of the one. There is no separation. There is the divine feminine, which is receptive to ideas, and the divine masculine, which gives those ideas. They have nothing to do with gender or sex. They are just two ways that the mind works. And so today, I acknowledge my divine feminine. I know the divine masculine is always there, but today I especially recognize the feminine energy that has come before us and will come after us, and the feminine energy that we each are right here, right now. We have a receptive part that does not say no. It simply says yes. I forgive all the feminine energy in my life that has displeased me, that has perhaps even betrayed me, left me, and I celebrate absolutely the parts that lifted me up, that told me I am worthy, that I can, that I am special. Just like everyone else, I am special in my own way. I am not everyone else. That job is taken. I am myself, just as every person within the sound of my voice is. I have the courage to look at the feminine trail before me, the feminine trail that led to me here. I see who they are, who they were, and I also know the perfect potential within them. So whoever mothered me, per se, did the best that they could, even if I didn't think so. I love and celebrate those women who mothered me in the ways that I love so much. And I vow to learn from both aspects of that, to improve on what didn't work for me, to be open to see what doesn't work for others, and to know what lifts us up each. Because I am a creature of the divine intelligence. And that divine intelligence always says yes to me. So I choose to put from my masculine thinking self into my feminine receptive self wonderful ideas. Ideas that I have no idea how they're going to come to pass, but I know that Spirit always says yes. I don't have to know everything. I have to be willing. And I have to be willing to listen and be willing to act on what I get, not resist. I release my resistance. I love and bless this church, this teaching that has changed my life so much and brought so many wonderful things into it. And for the wonderful people I know right here and the ones who have gone on before, as my teacher Ken Schultz said, if something isn't working, let's get a greater God. And so I accept that today. I accept the God within me, the God within all there is and in every situation. And I simply say thank you from my heart, from my very being. I exult in this day. And no matter what is going on in the world, I know that divinity is present in every moment. And I'm a part of lifting the consciousness of the world through my thoughts, deeds, actions, and emotions. So I don't have to say anything more because it is already done. It is already so. I accept this with love, with gratitude, with a joy that is boundless. And so it is.
You can stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. So lift up your voice. Let it be heard. Tell me your story, tell it to me. Don't leave out a word. 'Cause I think I have been there too, and I'm a seeker just like you. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Thank you, Reverend Susan.
I stand before you now pretending to be cool, when all the time I'm wondering if I'm looking like a fool. Will I be as perfect as I think I ought to be? When I'm not, what will you think of me? I need a plan to see me through. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop reading other people's minds. I'm gonna look at the mood that surrounds me. I'm gonna listen to my heart when it tells me what to do. I'm gonna notice every time a little dream comes true. Do all the living I've been missing. When I stop, look and listen. Stop, look and listen. I was walking through the park, there was beauty all around, but I couldn't see a thing, 'cause my eyes were on the ground. I didn't see the sun nor the sky so blue. I was thinking days ahead of the things I had to do. Drowning in stress and strain, I said it's time for me to make a change. I'm gonna stop reading other people's minds. I'm gonna look at the good that surrounds me. I'm gonna listen to my heart when it tells me what to do. I'm gonna notice every time a little dream comes true. Do all the living I've been missing when I stop, look and listen. Stop, look and listen. Oh, it's so hard to hear what my heart says to me when my mind is chattering constantly. Living in the past or in future plans means watching the present slip through my hands. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna stop reading other people's minds. I'm gonna look at the good that surrounds me. I'm gonna listen to my heart when it tells me what to do. I'm gonna notice every time a little dream comes true. Do all the living I've been missing when I stop, look and listen. Stop, look and listen. Stop, look and listen.
Yeah, Maria Rochelle, what a great message.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Penelope.
Much. Hello again, everyone. My name is Jean Bell. If you're just joining us, welcome again to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I got a great story for you. But you remember last Sunday when Bishop D.E. Polk was here? He told us a few things. He so beautifully started this month's series off, The Greatness Within, by reminding us that if we're doing the work, keep doing it. And if what we're doing is working for us, don't stop. But if it's not, then we need to reconsider what we're doing and take a little assessment of what's going on within our lives. A little self-awareness, a little self-reflection. And the key words in all of that is self-awareness and honest self-reflection. Because that's how we find out what's really working and what's not. So today I'm going to expand on the greatness within. And the story I have to tell you was the Saturday before last, I was in my garage because it's a hot mess. And I can't find anything, so I end up buying stuff that I already have. And that's rude. I needed some fabric pins that you take the pin in the weed blocker, and had 2 packages that weren't even open, but I had already bought 3. So I said, enough, I'm gonna straighten out this drawer. And I found about 5 packages of unopened seeds that I bought about a year or 2 ago. Unopened and totally forgotten. At the time of purchase, of course, I had every intention of getting those seeds into the ground. But it's a funny thing about packages of seeds. If you don't open them, they just stay the potential of whatever flower or vegetable you plan on growing. They stay unopened, dormant, and forgotten. And at the time, I didn't think much about the fact that I had brought the seeds a year ago. I was just like, oh, seeds, put them off to the side. I didn't think about the fact that I didn't plant them. It was just too much mess in that drawer I needed to get to. But about 3 days later, a dear friend of mine texted me and had asked me, have you started your talk yet? And I'm like, no, not yet. And they said, instead of us handing out flowers on Mother's Day, what if we handed out packages of seeds and you could tie it into the message? Now, I usually don't like people telling me what to talk about on Sunday because that's something personal, spiritual for me to meditate and to go within. So usually I don't listen. But it resonated with me. And I was intrigued, and I text, "Go on, I'm listening." They said the seeds already have great potential within them because they're already filled with divine purpose, ready to spring forth and blossom into whatever they are. But if they stay in the packages, well, their greatness never comes to fruition, pun intended. Then I remembered the unopened seeds I found, and I had to smile at the correlation of finding the seeds and getting this text message. I love when Spirit collaborates to bring things together. The person that texts me is my friend and your executive director, Shannon Pruitt. And he was texting me while he was on vacation. In many ways, we are just like those unopened packages of seed. Greatness is just teeming within us. We come equipped with divine purpose. We are filled with overflowing, with so much divine potential of talents and gifts and goals, things that want to just burst forth from those proverbial packages of just waiting to be opened up out onto the stage of life. Yet, and until we open to the divine potential that lays inside of us, that potential that could blossom into all manner of beauty and divine magnificence, well, it's just going to remain dormant and unpacked. What a wonderful spiritual lesson can be found in an unopened package of seeds. But now, we can take a deeper look into this lesson. There's a metaphysical trinity that exists in just about everything, and they exist in the lesson of seeds. First, there is the seed of spiritual greatness that exists inside of us all. That great potential that wishes to express through us, through our life. Then there's the creative medium, which is akin to fertile soil. Universal law, which is always receptive to our thoughts, ideas, and desires, which we mentally impress upon all the time. And then third, the plant. It grows, it comes forth. The manifestation of our thoughts and desires, the results of the things we have envisioned. That metaphysical trinity, which is the creative process, is one of the greatest principles we could ever learn about. And when we learn about it, then we come to understand that Spirit doesn't want us to merely exist, but to live our love and our lives in divine wholeness, fully enriched with joy, peace, health, abundance, prosperity. And when we fully embrace that concept, then we can understand that it's our divine birthright. And it's the divine birthright of all of humanity. And when we open up and blossom to our fullest potential, we can't help but to grace our light and our love to others. Just as wildflowers, when they glow and they blossom into their fullest potential, they provide nourishment to all of the pollinators. And then those pollinators, in turn, they fertilize our crops, and those crops feed us. And when the gardener plants things like collards and kale and carrots, and when they're properly planted in good, fertile soil, they cannot help but return a crop. We are our own gardeners, and we determine what we sow, what we plant, and our desires are visions that want to express through us. But we have to open up to our greatness. We have to dare to envision for ourselves, or we stay unfulfilled, just like those unopened packages of seeds, full of potential, but repressed and growing nowhere. There is a spiritual potential that has within it all the possibilities of its God source. This divine seed is just waiting to spring forth as we open to our greatness within. You know, there's a lot of metaphysical wisdom in ancient texts of all religions, whether it be the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible. And I found something in the Bible, in the New Testament, and I really thought it resonated. And so I'm going to tell you that parable with a metaphysical twist. And it goes like this. A farmer went out to sow his seed, plant. And as he was scattering the seed, some of it fell on the path. And the birds came and ate it up. Now, metaphysically, the birds are our own mental thoughts, those thoughts of doubt and fear, which will eat up our desires, visions, our great ideas before they can even take root. You know, sometimes you hear that egoic voice within saying such things as, I'm too old to do this. Or I'm too young and no one will take me seriously. Or I can't go back to school. It's too late for that which I have longed for my entire life. Or I can't get a better job because they won't like or accept me for who I am, LGBTQIA+. They won't like or accept me for who I am, white, black, Hispanic, indigenous, Native American. Or I'm a man. I can't go into that arena. Or I'm a woman. They won't listen to me. I can't afford it. Or I'm afraid I might fail and be humiliated. Now the parable goes on to says, some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they withered because they had no root. You know, I've seen many people come into this philosophy for the quick fix, but they weren't invested in their spiritual practices that would give them the roots of faith. So when their life got too hot or they encountered rough and rocky times, they weren't able to endure. So instead of looking at themselves and what they were or were not doing, they just withered away like a dried up plant. The parable continues. Other seeds fell among thorns, where they grew up and choked the plants. Now, I'm sure you all know this. These thorns are akin to naysayers. Those people who tell you, you can't do that. Be realistic. Who do you think you are for daring greatly? If we're not careful, they will choke the life out of our aspirations and desires. It continues, and he says, and still, other seeds fell on good soil, where it produced a crop. Sometimes 100, sometimes 60, sometimes 30-fold of what was sown, what was planted. Our ideas, desires, and aspirations are just like the seeds planted into fertile soil, where they grow because they are properly watered and nurtured with faith and conviction. Our great ideas are received by the creative medium of mind and begin to bring forth the forms that we desire to express out into our lives. We call it the creative medium or the creative principle. We call it the law because it cannot change in any way. It is just like the soil. It doesn't resist what is planted in it. The law simply says yes. It simply says yes. So use it. Use the law. Learn how to use the law to bring forth the greatness that's within you. Use the law to bring about good in your life and get your holy shift together. The whole world needs more people that use these spiritual principles, whose divine purpose and ideas have been planted in good soil, with solid roots that not only bless themselves and their beloveds, but then we become beacons of divine light, doing good out into the world. You see, when we're grounded in spiritual principles of faith and conviction and are doing our daily practices and communing with the indwelling presence, then we blossom and shine forth like 1,000 suns. And we reap the harvest of our spiritual greatness and light the path for all others who we encounter. But it takes practice to cultivate faith and conviction. It takes faith and belief that Spirit will respond to us. I call this practicing the presence of God. And as we practice, we begin to grow stronger in our faith. We grow stronger in our conviction that Spirit will respond to us. And we become aligned with this indwelling presence. Have you fallen in love with Spirit yet? Has it touched you in a way that makes you go, oh, I see. I understand. I am what thou art. I am what thou art. As our practice becomes stronger, we begin to experience a greater sense of peace, joy, love, abundance, and happiness. And after a while, our prayer simply is one of absolute gratitude. So we have to weed and keep out negative thoughts through our faith and conviction, and watch how the universe will begin to conspire on our behalf to do unto us what we believe. Our beloved founder, Ernest Holmes, he wrote in the Science of Mind text, if the gardener says, tomorrow I'm going to plant this seed, their garden will never grow. Therefore, Jesus said, when you pray, believe that you have, and you shall receive. Now, he didn't say believe and you will immediately have. He said you shall receive. He did not deny the natural law of evolution and growth. Nature operates according to the law of logical sequence. In other words, we're going to get the fruit of our efforts, but we must open up our indwelling package of divine seeds and plant them in the creative soil of universal law. And not let those negative thoughts pick away, just like those birds. Because doubt and fear are just like those thorns. They will choke out the greatness we have within. Don't let them do it. Remember, too, you bring your indwelling greatness to fruition. People will see how bright you're shining and what you are doing. And they will say, oh, that's working for them. I want to know what they're doing, right? They want to know what you're doing in your life, and this becomes your opportunity to share this uplifting and empowering philosophy with the entire world. This is how we make a world work for everyone. This is exactly how we do it. By being spiritual lights unto the world, by showing forth our greatness within. So, when you go home today, open up your packages of seed and plant them in fertile soil. And lovingly care for them. And as you plant, watch them grow and let them serve as a reminder of your very own greatness within you, just waiting to be planted and spring forth onto the stage of life. I'm going to leave you with this beautiful affirmation written by our executive director, Shannon Pruitt. while on vacation. Today and each day, I firmly plant myself in the science of mind teaching, knowing that as I continue affirming my truth, I will grow and be more available for myself and others. And so it is. Thank you, Shannon, for being an inspiration to me. Will the practitioners please come forth? You know, everything in our life can be equated to the creative process. Our thoughts, our goals, our visions. Learn how to use the creative process. Learn how to use the law. These individuals have taken the time to practice the presence of the divine within them, and they are available for prayer after service. Please avail yourself to their prayer. All right, if you give your offering electronically, I ask you just to put your hand on your heart. If you have your offering in your hand, I want you to put it on your heart, and I want you to say these words with me, with meaning and love. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And so it be. Thank you, SLCA.
Jean Bell. Let's sing together our closing song. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. Yes, we do. We see a world that works for everyone. 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 Yes, we do. See you downstairs. Let's have some food together.